Hello guys and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Paris Saint-Germain have been dealt another fresh blow as the player there termed the replacement of Kylian Mbappe also dreams of playing for Real Madrid as well. We are going to be discussing you through that on this episode as we move forward. And shortly after that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day as Real Madrid wants on loan star to stay at the club beyond this season, despite the arrival of Endrick and Kylian Mbappe, which will stack the attacking unit. We are also going to be talking you through that on this episode as we progress, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid is finally set to be completed. Years after the links first emerged, the player has taken the required step from his end and is now all but set to join his dream club. Knowing the player's irrefutable desire to sign for Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain have accepted their fate and are looking out for a potential replacement for the French superstar. As revealed by publication Defensa Central, however, they face the same rejection even by replacement candidate. The Spanish news outlet reveals that Kvaratskhelia, Napoli's star attackman, is the French club's top choice to replace the department left by Kylian Mbappe. In fact, they are willing to shell out a huge €80 million sum for his acquisition. However, he too dreams of joining Real Madrid and does not favor a move to Paris this summer. The player is seriously considering his future but sees Los Blancos or the Premier League as his only two viable options. Napoli will try to renew the player's contract this summer, and it remains to be seen what comes out of it. However, it is clear that the player dreams of a move to the Bernabeu in the future. After all, he even received a special personalized shirt from Real Madrid legend Guti last year when he was linked with a move to the Spanish capital. As such, Paris Saint-Germain might be forced to look elsewhere in the search of Mbappe's replacement. Speaking of Kylian Mbappe, his renewal at Real Madrid is advanced, so much so that dates are already being discussed around the official announcement of the player joining the club. The only hurdle preventing the immediate announcement, however, is the chances of Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid clash in the UEFA Champions League. Should one of the two candidates be eliminated and Paris Saint-Germain secure the league title with games to spare, the official announcement could be made as early as the final match day of the League One, so as the player could receive a befitting farewell from a club in which he has offered more than what a player offers to a club. The player's presentation, meanwhile, is scheduled to take place on the day preceding or following Taylor Swift's massive concert at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. It is also important to note that in the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, Real Madrid are set to take on Manchester City, who are most likely the toughest opponents of the competitions, while Paris Saint-Germain will take on FC Barcelona in what will be a deciding fixture for both parts, as anyone of Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain should in case get knocked out. The presentation of Kylian Mbappe might officially happen before the end of the season, as we said earlier. So, future update will follow. Having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as Real Madrid want on loan star Juselu to stay at the club beyond this season for his fantastic stats. Real Madrid's depth in the final third was expected to be a matter of concern at the beginning of the season. After all, Carlo Ancelotti had only Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo goals and Juselu to count on in the final third. 8 months into the campaign, the Merengues have barely felt a void in the position. Heading into next season, moreover, it now appears that they will have an excess of resources. With Kylian Mbappe and Endrick arriving, Real Madrid, two existing Brazil phenoms, will be in allied company next season. That, however, does not close the door for Juselu, according to Spanish publication AS in a recent report. It is important to highlight that Juselu, who was brought in from Espanyol just as a backup striker, continues to be a backup striker, but his state has been simply fantastic for a player who has barely started a game. Coming off as a substitute, he has put up some impressive numbers to make himself a case. According to the Spanish outlet, Los Blancos are satisfied by the Spaniard's impact on the team and want him to stay for another season as a backup striker. The player is currently in Madrid on loan after the Merengues paid €500,000 to Espanyol, and they can make that transfer a permanent one by shelling out just €1.5 million in June, an amount that does not pose any hurdle for Real Madrid to pull off. At 34 years of age, not many expected Juselu to incorporate into the manager's 11 as rapidly as he did. After all, he offered a completely different profile from Karim Benzema, the player he was slated to replace. Despite knowing that he had no minute promised to him, the player turned around his situation purely through merit and is not one of the coach's trusted resources in time of adversity. In 28 La Liga presentations this season and just 44 minutes average per game, the veteran has scored 8 goals and provided 2 assists for the men in white. Furthermore, he also has 3 goals to his name in the UEFA Champions League this season so far. Needless to say, he will be vital in the team's upcoming quarterfinals against Manchester City over the 2 legs should he be presented with the opportunity. So, Juselu renewing next season will make Real Madrid's attack line even more and more piled up, as they will boast of an attack of Rodrigo goals, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham, who has often played as an attacker in recent time, and the likes of Endrick Felipe and Kylian Mbappe, not forgetting Juselu Mato. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.